Hi everyone, this is Julia and I am here with a video about our survey response, our pre-class survey. Sorry, I apologize for getting this out on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. My son started kindergarten this year and we have all been laid out with a cold the last couple of days, and my voice finally today is kind of back. So that's why I'm coming to you with this video a day later than I was planning, but let's jump right into it. So for the pre-class survey for this fall for OLP 330, 3331, I asked you to respond to this survey so that we had an idea of the demographics in the class and some information about what you guys are coming into the class familiar with. So first, we had 16 responses. I believe we have 28 students in the class, so a response rate of about half. We have no freshmen this semester, but we do have 2 sophomores, 4 juniors. We have 7 seniors who are not graduating this semester and 3 seniors who are graduating this semester. So congratulations to those who are graduating. For majors, it looks like we've got the majority of our students are in organizational learning and performance. We have 1 student with the CTE concentration. We have a few students with the BAS, university studies. We've got a workplace training and leadership student, applied science, which that's probably the Bachelor of Applied Science, the OLP workplace training leadership. So that student would fall under these, a psychology student, someone with psychology and English, and a student in business administration management. I asked which of these best describes you. So I asked anyone who currently works in CTE. It looks like no one is currently working in CTE, but the majority of our students, 11, are working not in CTE or in training HRD, but are working. We have 2 students, excuse me, who are not currently working. And then we have 3 students who are working in a training or human resource development role in a business or organization. I asked if you could strongly articulate a personal definition of leadership, which, if you remember, that was one of your assignments for the week, was to define your own personal definition of leadership, because we'll be working on that this semester. And it looks like the majority agree, 1 disagrees, a couple are not sure, and 2 strongly agree. And by the end of the semester, you'll all be strongly agree. And then I asked a little bit different question: if you could articulate a personal philosophy of leadership. Looks like the majority disagree, a couple disagree, several are not sure, and 1 strongly agrees. And we will be working on that this semester too. I could strategically develop leadership skills in myself and others. 10 agree, 1 disagrees, 3 are not sure, 2 strongly agree. And that's great because we'll be working on this this semester, obviously, as this is a leadership theory class. I can analyze case study real life situations and connect them to leadership theory. 7 agree, 5 disagree, 2 are not sure, and 2 strongly agree. We will be doing this often throughout the semester. We have several case studies. Weekly assignments will include real life situations that you can apply this to your life and workplace. I can find and summarize contemporary leadership articles. 7 agree, 2 strongly agree, 3 are not sure, and 4 disagree. So this is another thing we'll be working on, is finding leadership articles and writing about them. I am comfortable in actively engaging in a fully online environment. So obviously this is very relevant to our class, as this is a 100% online asynchronous class. 8 agree, 4 strongly agree, 1 strongly disagrees, 2 disagree, and 1 is not sure. So for those of you who disagree, strongly disagree, or aren't sure, please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you ever feel like overwhelmed, or you're afraid you're going to fall behind. I'm more than happy to talk to you about ways that you can be successful in this class. And I've written lots of information on our framework pages about how to be successful in a fully online environment. Now let's jump into some of the theories that we will be tackling this semester. So trait leadership theory. I can describe trait leadership theory and its strengths and weaknesses. Majority disagree with 9 students. 1 strongly disagrees, 3 are not sure, 1 strongly agrees, and 2 agrees. So it looks like we have 3 people who have encountered trait leadership theory. So those will be students who are a great asset to you this semester because they will have worked with this theory before and have a little familiarity with it. So hopefully you'll be able to see that in your groups. And for the rest of you, we will be delving into all of these theories in great depth. So by the end of the semester, you're all going to strongly agree. I can describe behavioral skills theory and its strengths and weaknesses. Disagree with 8, strongly disagree 1, 2 aren't sure, 5 students agree. So this one looks like maybe this one is a little more familiar to students. I can describe style theory and its strengths and weaknesses. 11 disagree, 1 agrees, 3 are not sure, and 1 strongly disagrees. So it looks like this one is another one that is unfamiliar. So we will definitely be delving into that style theory to talk about it and have a good understanding of it. I can describe situational theory and its strengths and weaknesses. 9 disagree, 1 strongly disagrees, 3 are not sure, 3 agree. I can describe transformational leadership theory and its strengths and weaknesses. 1 strongly agrees, 3 agree, 7 disagree, 2 strongly disagree, 3 are not sure. This is one of the more common ones that you'll come across in leadership research and training. This is another common one, servant leadership. Looks like 4 are familiar, 8 disagree that they are familiar, 1 strongly disagrees, 3 is not sure. Leadership and power theory. This is one that is not as well known. I think it's not quite as popular, but it's a really great one, an important one that we're going to be learning about this semester. Looks like 3 agree that they can describe it, 8 disagree, 2 strongly disagree, and 3 are not sure. And the reason that I do this every semester is 1, so that I have an understanding of how familiar you are going into the class with different traits and theories. And so I can customize the class a little bit each semester, but also so that you all can see that coming into this class, the majority of the students are not very familiar with these traits and theories. So just to maybe give you a little peace of mind that this is new information. This is for many students, a new learning environment being completely online. And you can see there are a handful of students in each of these questions that do understand some of these theories or have encountered them before, that will be an asset to you throughout the class that you can reach out to, but also to see that there's lots of students who are not familiar and who don't know. So we're all going to be learning together. And then I asked you to list any related topics that you would like to learn that are not on the syllabus. And it looks like working with adults in a real work environment. So this one, all of these theories are going to be applicable. We have a specific class that is a practical class, an applied class for leadership that if you haven't taken yet, you probably will end up taking, called Workplace Leadership. And in that class, you will really dive into the nitty gritty, how to apply these in the workplace. But we will be learning about working with adults in a real work environment, because all of these theories are applicable to the real workplace. And then within your small groups, your learning teams, you will have an opportunity to apply what you're learning in your own groups. So that one we will be covering. Business leadership skills to help improve with business. I think that leadership in general, those will be skills that will help improve your business. So these theories will definitely help give you words to describe leadership, and it will allow you to recognize good leadership and maybe opportunities for improved leadership skills in businesses and organizations. Leadership theories from the perspective of employees, teammates, subordinates, and followers. What if I'm not the most effective leader for a job? How do I properly step down and or advocate for a better candidate? So I thought this was a really interesting question because personally, and this is the prevailing opinion in leadership research, is that anyone can be a great leader. This is just a skill to be learned. And, prior to these leadership theories kind of coming to light in the research over the last few decades, there was this perspective of leadership kind of tied back to what they called the great man theory. And that was this idea that leaders are born, not made. And that in order to lead, you had to be born with these innate characteristics or traits that made you a quote unquote great leader. But we know now from decades of research that that's just not the case. Anyone can learn the skills necessary to be a great leader. And I think part of being a great leader is recognizing where you have opportunities for growth, and rather than advocating for someone else to have that leadership position, I think really what the best route, the best plan of action is to recognize where you have opportunities for growth and then to work on them. So rather than talking about how to step down or advocate for someone else, I think we will be covering how to grow as a leader and utilize these traits and theories that we're going to be talking about this semester to really just make yourself the best leader that you could possibly be. And then this one, I wasn't sure, labor relations. I'm not familiar with that, but I will look into it and get back to you all. And then I asked if there was anything that would make this class more effective for you this semester. This student said, I'm someone who likes to work ahead if I'm able to. I understand that makes it hard for the professor sometimes. So I build all of my classes well in advance to the semester. So I have the classes built. However, there's a few things that make this complicated. One, every week builds on the knowledge gained in the prior week. Now, if all of the work you were doing was individual, it would be easy to open every week because you would just be working at your own pace. However, the majority of this class is collaborative work. So if you work ahead, you're going to be missing out on those discussions every week, which are what really propel this class forward. So I will open 2 weeks at a time, starting this week. So you will always be able to work ahead 1 week. And I do that so that for those of you working or who have busy weeks, I know what it's like. I work, I have kids in school. It's hard during the week. It's really nice to have the weekend before to get ahead for the week, so that you're not spending every weekend scrambling to get things in by midnight on Sunday, because the evenings, they do just fly by. So I will be opening 2 weeks at a time, and I will make sure that those are always open the Sunday prior. And if I have a project, so you have a few larger projects throughout the semester, and I will be assigning those in advance of them being due. So rather than just giving you a week to work on it, you'll have notice all of the assignment sheets for the semester are already posted for the larger assignments. So you're welcome to start working on those anytime you want. And then I will cover them more in depth in the framework. But if you have something that you're really worried about, you want to get going on it right away, feel free to reach out to me and I will talk with you about the assignment ahead of time so that you can go into it feeling confident and like you have all the information. The student says, I'm working full-time and taking 18 hours this semester, so it would be nice not to have too many daily assignments, but I know that is probably wishful thinking. There will not be daily assignments. Every week you will have weekly forums. So you'll have your post that's due on Wednesday at midnight, and then you'll have your responses due by Sunday at midnight. Occasionally you will have other assignments throughout the week. But like I said, you'll always have 2 weeks to work on them, 2 weeks advance notice. And the first couple of weeks are always, I have, they're pretty heavy on content because we're trying to not only get into the material we're going to be learning, but also learning about the class and how I set up the class and how we're going to interact in the class. So the load will definitely lighten on like daily or weekly assignments, I should say, but you'll have more notice for the larger assignments. So good luck this semester. That's a very full plate. I hope that you've got a really good routine down because that's a lot, but I know you guys can do it. My determination to learn, comprehend, analyze, discover, relate, and integrate what I am lacking. Great. That sounds great. I think that would be really great way to make this class more effective for you. Feedback. I will always provide feedback on everything that I assign. Possible extensions if needed on assignments. Yeah, if you have something come up, just shoot me an email. I understand. Life happens. I have 3 kids. I have a husband. I have, a job. I get it. Just give me some notice. Email me when you can, and I'll be happy to work with you. I would like to know how to be placed in a manager position with good leadership skills. Anyone can give orders, but not everyone can be good leaders. Yeah, this is a great comment. It's true. Anyone can give orders, but to be a great leader, there is a skill to that. And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about this semester. So I think that you will enjoy the class. I learn well from real-time experiences and peer interactions. For myself, I know that the more I can meet with my peers to develop my understanding, the better. Well, that's great because this is an awesome class for someone who likes to collaborate and participate because you will be conversing with your peers in your small groups and then in the class as a whole periodically and with me. So there will be lots of interaction, lots of experiences. So I think that you'll enjoy that. Anything else you would like to add? Nope, we've just got some people excited to learn. I hope I do well in this class. You'll do great. If you already, if you're worried about it, just stick to your schedule. Don't fall behind. Participate. If you need help, get a hold of me as soon as you can. I'm happy to meet over Zoom. I can meet with you in a phone call. We can email, whatever's works best for you. I can work with you on assignments if you have questions. I'm glad you're looking forward to the class and we're ready to learn. Awesome. So thank you to everyone who filled this out. I really appreciate it. It really helps me get an idea of what you're all looking to get out of this class and what what knowledge you're coming in with. So I always appreciate when you all fill out this survey. And I am really looking forward to this semester with you. It's going to be great. So thank you all. And I hope you all have a great week. And let me know if you have any questions. I will see you all online.